So when your spring queen building hasn't gone like you expected, and you've got a couple hundred hives that you need to try to split again and need a few more queens, you have to buy them. This is how they come. So I failed to show you guys the last time I picked some up, so I'd show you this time. If I can get the lid off the box. So Byron ordered 100, 50 for me and 50 for him. Actually, some are going to Dave, but they come in here in little blocks, and the candy plug is on the bottom side and they're glued down, so you gotta just peel them out of there. So there's the candy plug. Well, they don't want all the attendant bees that are in the box with them. They don't want them eating the candy out, so they stick it candy down. And so now I'm going to go ahead and requeen queen a couple of these hives that didn't requeen themselves. I went through them earlier. The one that I thought was laying worker is actually capping correct brood. I couldn't find the queen. Another one has quite a bit of brood laid and it looks good, so I'm imagining there's a queen in that one. But there's still a handful of them here that didn't requeen, so I need to get queens in them. The one that has eggs that we're going to just let go, because I'm pretty sure it's a queen, had a pheromone strip in it. So you know, I'm believing that you can put a pheromone strip in if you're concerned and the queen's taking a long time to come back, and it'll protect it from going laying worker, but yet the queen will take off. Two other mating nukes that I had set up that I didn't think the queen had returned and they'd lost her, I also found eggs in. So things aren't as bad as they seemed for a little bit. All right, I'm gonna get busy and requeen some stuff here. So this is one of the colonies that I marked as queenless. I believe it is very recently so. But before I place a queen, I want to do an inspection, because many times I have come in to place a queen, done a good inspection, and found eggs because a virgin had just come back. Or in another instance, I had a queen in there, she just took a break. So it's really good to check, otherwise you're wasting a queen if you don't need one. Now we've got two solid pollen frames here back to back, which is another indication they don't have anybody to feed. Here's a queen cell. With a single egg in it. I don't know, I've seen that a number of times this year also. A queenless colony that has an egg cell with one or has a queen cell with one egg. Don't know if a worker puts one in there just for fun or what. So I want to scan the frame for a queen real quick, then I want to shake it because I want to get a good look. This is black foundation. It's pretty darned easy to see them if they're in there. Here's a solid honey and pollen frame. They're sure ready to feed brood. When they get going, there ain't hardly any room in there for an egg to be. So full of pollen, it's just unreal. They should just steal all this stuff up and let these guys go. But that's 3 big pollen frames in here is amazing. So I've got the queen right here, new queen. Here's the candy plug. So they'll eat it from this end. That gives them time to get used to her. So you want to put it screen down so they can feed her from below and she can breathe. And then just shove it in there. And I don't know if you guys can hear these guys. I just shook them around a little bit, but I've shaken colonies with queens that hard before and they don't make this much noise. I'll get the camera down here and you can listen. So that's a typical sound of a queenless colony, and I could probably just turn the queen loose. They're hopelessly queenless. There's nothing in there for them, so they don't have a choice but to have this queen. They're so happy to see her. But anyway, we'll give her a day or two and then turn her loose if they haven't done it already.